Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Matthew V. Haynes, aka the Clockmaster, with another video for you. Alright guys, so right now we are going to be reviewing the movie Split. So this alleged M. Night Shyamalan sequel, Split, takes place in the same universe as Unbreakable. The movie follows main character played by James McAvoy, Kevin, who contains 23 different personalities. James McAvoy's character sets out and kidnaps these 3 young girls. Now, that's as much as I'm going to tell you guys, because I do not want to spoil anything for you guys. Maybe I might do a spoiler review, so this is going to keep spoiler free. Overall, guys, this movie was such an evenly paced movie. You had such an abrupt beginning. It was very sharp, it was quick, it was straight to the point. It wasn't as though this long building up story. The directing style of M. Night Shyamalan, it was just so evident in this movie, it's ridiculous. But it starts right away, guys. It gets straight to the point, man. From where you saw in the trailer, the exact trailer, that's exactly how the movie starts. And that's not a spoiler, guys. It's in the trailer, it's there, you can read it, it's online, it's everywhere. I will say, guys, while thrillers are not typically my favorite types of movies, this movie was great. It was an awesome, well-directed film. As like I said, the pacing was very nice. The story arc was also very great as well. Alright, so before I get into my pros and cons and my overall thoughts in this movie, guys, make sure to hit the like button, make sure to subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it, man. Alright guys, as I've mentioned, the pacing and overall concept of this movie was splendid. It was great. James McAvoy did a splendid, great, phenomenal job being able to play multiple different characters. Now, in my opinion, this guy deserves an Oscar, because from that, his performance in this film was nothing but awesome, guys. To be an actor and to be able to play various different types of roles all in one movie, and to take on, because keep in mind, this is a person that has 23 different personalities. So it's not as though he's studying to be one character this entire film. He's studying to be multiple characters this entire film, and I commend him highly for that. For an M. Night Shyamalan movie, I had no doubts going into this movie, guys, and for a thriller as well, because he directed, written, and produced this movie. So this movie, you know, it had to be great. As a thriller movie, it lives up to the title genre, guys. It keeps you compelled and intense throughout the entire film, guys. It's like this movie, literally, and thrillers, like I mentioned, is not necessarily my favorite types of go-to films. I was not bored. I was not, you know, there was a couple of things that got me pissed off, which we'll talk about in the cons section. But throughout the film, guys, it was really intense. It had me interested the entire time. One of the things that I was paying attention a lot to in this film was also the camera angles. There were a lot of medium shots, a lot of headshots in there, and I particularly enjoy those types of movies a lot better, because you kind of feel more connection with the characters. You feel more focused on what you're watching. And there was also a couple of POV shots in there too, which really also added to the intensity of the film. It was really scary, guys. Really thrilling, as I say. Going into this movie, you're watching, you know, you have things in POV shots, and then you have nice medium shots and headshots. That really, to me, was really cool. I'm really interested in those types of movies when it's shot that way. So all those points I just mentioned, guys, was really good. It was really great, and I have nothing more to say about it. Like I said, James McAvoy deserves an Oscar, in my opinion. That was one of the best performances I have seen on screen, honestly. Now for some of the cons. While there weren't too many cons, there were a few minor things that did annoy me. There were certain things the main character did in this movie, without giving away any spoilers, that kind of really seemed so stupid. Had me thinking as though, if she had done this, would you have avoided that? You know, there were certain things, so many things that this character could have done throughout the movie that I was like, bruh, what are you doing, bruh? It's like, there was a guy next to me, and I was like, we were both just like, what? Like, every time she did something so stupid, because we're like, you are so naive. You could have avoided this. You can, you know, avoid anything from happening. This could have happened if you just did this, and, you know, it was just annoying to me. And it's like one of the main things that you've seen a lot of these thriller horror films, is as though the main, you know, the female leads or whoever is being attacked, the young girls, they just like, they walk towards the danger, bruh. They walk towards danger. I never understand that. So that's the only thing that really got me upset with the movie. So my closing thoughts on this film, guys, there was a lot of cringy themes. There were a lot of dark, very disturbing scenes and different parts of the story structure that was just completely disturbing and cringy. There were even some things that happened in this movie, which I won't go into detail right now, that kind of got me really upset as far as the story is concerned. Not as upset as that I hated the movie, but it just got me really disturbed, and it really made me feel, it got me upset. There were times I felt like I was tearing up because there were certain things that happened in this film that, and here's the thing, it's like, having multiple personality disorder and things like that is a real thing. People go through that. There actually are people. I actually seen an interview with a woman who's actually like that. I think she had 20 different personalities, 20 different identities, where one minute you're Jean, and then the next minute you're Barbara, and the next minute you're John, and then you're a different person, and your body chemistry is different, and like I've heard things like that, and it's kind of crazy. So while there was and it had a lot of dark humor in it too, guys, a lot of dark humor, things that were like, you wanted to laugh, but you didn't want to laugh at the same time. How certain things that was happening, and throughout the theater, you can hear people laughing. But while they were laughing, I was like, I wouldn't be laughing because this is pretty serious. It's pretty serious stuff. Pretty serious stuff. But all in all, like I said, guys, closing thoughts. James McAvoy did a splendid job. M. Night Shalamyan does a great job as well. And I also was informed as well. Unbreakable. If you really want to get the full gist of this movie, I have not seen Unbreakable. But what I've been told last night when I was at the theaters, if you really want to enjoy this movie a lot more, I was suggested to go watch Unbreakable, which is starring Bruce Willis, is directed by M. Night Shyamalan. It takes place in this same exact universe, and you go watch Split. Yes, I think you should go watch it, guys. I honestly, undoubtedly think that this is one of the best thriller films of this year, 2017. I have not, we still have plenty of movies to go, but I do think this is going to be one of the best films of this year. I think James McAvoy did a great job. I said he's the highlight of this entire movie. Splendid job. So I'm going to give this movie a 8 out of 10. I really did enjoy the overall movie, as how it was shot, how it was directed, how it was written. I enjoyed it a lot, and it's a very abrupt beginning and a very, I wouldn't say plot twist, but an ending that has you like mind blown, as you rethinking everything you just watched, which M. Night Shyamalan does a lot in his movies. So it's like, it had me just, oh my gosh, what just happened? I just had me rethinking everything, and then later when I got home, certain things that happened in the movie was like, oh, it clicked. Anyways, guys, if you have seen Split, leave your comments down below. Spoiler free, of course. I don't want to ruin the movie for anyone as yet. Leave your comments down below. Please make sure you like this video and subscribe if you want to see more reviews, reactions, and all that other stuff, guys. Thanks for watching. Clockmaster out.